And folks, it just doesn't get any, well, it is going to get better because we have other guests, and this is a special a guest coming up. Adjacent to our stage is Recycled Rides. Recycle Rides is a very interesting program that I'm going to ask this gentleman to share with you and give you the information more so than I, and explain how it works. Yesterday, I had the opportunity to actually watch firemen from New Orleans cut this car apart. And they had placed someone in the automobile, and they took these giant machines that they're called tools, but I'll tell you that they can really, the jaws of life. You haven't seen anything. These cut this car apart. They turned the top. They cut the top off the vehicle. They actually jacked the dash away from the gentleman as if it had been in the crash itself. Chuck Sulkala is with us. I hope I pronounced that right.
You did pretty good.
Pretty good. I never get any Smith, Chuck.
Well, I understand that.
Okay. Welcome to Bobby Likis Car Clinic.
Thank you. My pleasure to be here.
You're executive director of NABC.
Right, National Auto Body Council.
And a little bit about your background. How long have you been in the business?
I've been in the industry 45 years. I started with my father had a business, and I started in there with him. Mm-hmm. We have a collision facility in Boston. And about 18 years ago, I started the National Auto Body Council as our goal and purpose is to improve the image of the industry.
Now you're talking my language. The image of when I look back at the end of the day for every broadcast that I've ever done, the primary goal, the underlying goal that was always there, even though there were more immediate duties on the stage, it was always to improve the image of the automotive service industry.
Right.
And let's, if you would, in the time that we have, and give us an overview of Recycle Rides and how it works and who benefits.
Well, part of what we're trying to do is to get community-based programs to help show that body shops are good people. The automotive industry is good people. So what we do is we work on the Recycle Rides is we have insurers who will donate a totaled vehicle, and then we will have shops that technicians donate their time. We have parts vendors who donate the parts, and we have other vendors who donate other materials and safe like glass, things like that. So what we have is everyone, by doing the same thing every single day that they do, by giving just a little bit extra, we can take something that was worthless and turn it around, make it worthwhile, and give it to a charitable organization who gives it to a family that needs it.
So, in other words, a family has everything but wheels, everything but transportation. And this charity, not your organization, the charity that you partner with, which could be different charities, as I understand.
Yeah, the shop is the one that picks the charity they want to work with.
Oh, really?
Now, it could be military. It could be, we've done a lot with Family Promise across the country. And they work with folks that are down and out that have had a tough situation, lost their jobs, lost their house, whatever. And so what these organizations, they're closer to the street. They know who the people are that need the help, who are able to maintain a vehicle once they get it back. But we've had situations where one woman I could think of, 30 years old with a young child, had to take an hour and a half worth of transportation, public transportation, to get to and from chemo treatment for breast cancer. Now that to me is just unconscionable. I mean, that's just, it's bad enough to have it, but now have to take public transportation back and forth. That's impossible. And so that's similar type situations. The people that are the poorest, that do not have transportation, they're also the ones that can't get to the Costco's. You can't buy cases of food or toilet paper or tissues and bring it back home to public transportation.
How do you monitor the use of the car? I mean, this, as I understand, you take a car that the insurance company has. Is it a totaled car or not?
In many cases. Yep.
And so the shop donates the time. Who donates the parts?
We get parts that are donated from LKQ as an example. It could be the OEM.
So your supporters donate, and the industry donates the time and the energies to put it together, and then the charity finds the needy family. What's to keep the family from selling the car?
Well, that's a concern, but we have to rely on the charity to find the right people.
Okay.
And again, the vehicle is not that new, so we try to make it between 5 to 8 years old, under 100,000 miles, so that we can get people to use. We're trying to teach people how to fish. Not we don't want to give them the fish.
That's
Okay.
perfect. That's perfect.
That's what we're doing.
Well, congratulations, and again, National Auto Body your Auto Body Council.org. So that's a not-for-profit organization.
Oh yeah, we are not for profit.
How long have you been with the organization? The director?
I've been director 10 years now. 10 years.
Well, you must think back and think of a lot of smiles that you brought to a lot of people, and especially my wife died of cancer, so you just hit me between. It's the first time in 3 days that I've been at a loss for words, and I love you for what you do. I admire you for what you do.
Thank you.
And for those individuals across the nation that might be on the fence, that might not give their time to help your organization, they need to hear the story from you, and that's what we did today here at the Cars. Thanks for joining me on Bobby Likis.
I appreciate the opportunity. Thanks, Bob.
Well, another segment coming up. I don't know how I'm going to follow it, so stay tuned to find out.